Joining me at the end of our live NFL draft coverage is Coach Jason Brown, formerly on the Netflix series Last Chance U, as a head coach at Independence College. And Coach, you just got to see your guy, Jermaine Johnson, a player that you coached when he was in junior college, goes on to Florida State, does so many great things throughout this draft process. First of all, just from your perspective, how does it feel to see a guy being selected as high as he was?
Yeah, man, I would have had shit. That would have been my third guy, top 10 draft pick, man. I got that. That's my 28th overall player, man, in the league now. It's always great to see him. That's why I drove up here to see him. I mean, it's always great to see these young men get a chance to go on and succeed, man. It's just it's unfortunate his stock dropped all of a sudden, man. He's a top 10 pick, from the last few months, and for whatever reason, man, nobody knows but the gods in football about this draft day, and it's always like this, man. It's always somebody that expected high that drops, and I'm talking to him the whole time. He's frustrated. I just said, keep your head up, man, and just make everybody that passed on you pay. I mean, that's just what everybody does every year, right? So I guess that's the cliche and all that, but that's the truth at the end of the day, because he probably lost a few dollars, dropping from 10 to 25. But at the end of the day, man, it's about getting your second, contract in the NFL. So that is what he now has to go do. And I gave him a big hug and told him I loved him. And it's a great opportunity for him, man. And for all junior college players, man, because, I talked to Coach Carroll today and a few other people, NFL teams that have been calling about him, asking me things about him. And I told him, man, I said, Jermaine told me, he's like, Coach, I could have probably been a guy that was in the portal 3-4 times, if it wasn't for the hard, tough love. And that is just something that I think that he benefited a little bit from being under me. But all the guys did, I think. And we have a few other guys have a chance this weekend to get a shot. And Coy Dang, I think, would have been a first or second day guy if he didn't get hurt at Cal last year. Well, hopefully he'll get picked up, and so will Kevin Jackson at Washington State. And then I got another kid at Cal, Elijah Hicks, another corner. So there's a few guys that got a shot to get picked up this weekend, and I'm proud of all those guys.
So hitting back on Jermaine, was he upset that he ended up sliding as far as he did? What was his reaction to ending up where he was selected?
Man, Jermaine, you couldn't tell when he came out on the stage, leaving his area, coming to the stage, and then when he talked to me and met with the fans, New York Jet fans, you couldn't tell. He does a great job. He did a great job. Staying even keel, man. And I just think that's some toughness and grit that he's endured, and he's created, I think, some tough skin himself over the last few years. And I think that it's a great testament to how far he's grown and matured as a young man, and now he's an adult, and that was my whole thing, and that's my job, man, getting young men, sometimes young boys to turn into men and young men to turn into adults, and that's what makes me sleep at night, not wins and losses, contrary to belief. So this is man, hey, it's another day at the office. I told him, man. I mean, he's been there. He's had to go through my football jail academy. You know what I mean? So, I said, this ain't shit to you, right? And he's like, hell no, Coach. That was his attitude. He had a smile like he does. He has a beautiful ass smile because he's always had that, and probably why the ladies always liked his ass. But he always holds that and keeps that smile, tall and proud, man. And that's a good thing. And that's what people want to see, man. He dropped, and I'm sure other NFL organizations are going to watch this day, and you never know. You never played for the same team your whole career, and people are going to remember this day and how he took it on the chin, and how he acted, and how he's going to come out of it. And that's a great story at the end of the day. That's a great book. That's a great movie, and I think he's going to have that opportunity and let people know what they missed on. There was a lot of, I'm not in their war room, so obviously I'm an outsider looking in saying, oh, God dang it. I'm not that guy, because I'm not in their war room. I don't know their needs. You know, people are talking shit on social media about, oh, they pick this dude from Northern Iowa. I'm like, dude, first of all, they're all probably transfer portal kids, so he probably was at a 4-year school bigger than that before. And secondly, everyone has different needs. And so I'm not in their war room. So I'm not over here sucking my teeth, something I used to tell the kids not to do when he was getting passed up. And, everyone has different needs. Everyone thought he was going to Pittsburgh. He was going to Green Bay. He was going to Baltimore twice. And then the Jets the first time. And then so – I got a call today from an NFL coach that was trying to get him before the top 10, thought he would go 4 to the Jets. So so something, happened. And what happens is a lot of times in the NFL, when I've had so many kids get drafted, there's trades amongst the veterans. And a lot of trades went down today. A lot of trades were happening, a lot of movement and pecking order slides. And those things affect other people's needs, and he happened to be the sacrificial lamb possibly in this year's draft as far as sliding. So who knows? I mean, he's as talented as any of them. I think he's talented or more talented than Thibodeau. Obviously an LA guy I've grown up watching. I've seen him grow up. I mean, as pass rusher. Obviously Hutchinson, it was a no-brainer to Detroit. I think Detroit would have rioted tonight if they didn't take him. So, I mean, it's just a lot of geographical thing. Green Bay would have been a good fit for him. He's from, Minneapolis. The Vikings obviously didn't, weren't they traded up earlier, I think. And, so, hey, it is what it is. A lot of geographical picks tonight, which is kind of first roundish, lore, so to speak. It's always had to happen. A lot of people go geographically if it's a big time, player that can make an impact, especially creates a fan base and can bring a fan base to an organization, a local kid. And he didn't have that, and he's going to go to the East Coast, man, and do it. And so it's a great story to watch.
Coach, really appreciate you hopping on to provide some of that context on Jermaine Johnson, because I'm sure a lot of people were really starting to wonder what was happening there. So really appreciate getting your thoughts on that, just him as a player overall. Folks, if you want to go check out Coach JB's podcast, Slapstick Podcast on the Believe Podcast Network. Great show. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Hey, I appreciate you, brother. Take care.